So guys, with Act Two's release, Alethonym, or Alethonym, whatever you call this weapon, finally got its exotic catalyst, so I'm now able to go and do a full review on this thing. We're going to talk about the catalyst itself, how you can get it, also just the weapon itself, all of its perks, and whether or not this thing is actually any good. Let's first talk about how you actually get your hands on this weapon. So if you do not know, you come all the way to your season pass here, and at level 1, if you own the season, or episode, whatever you want to call it, all the way here at level 1 on the paid track, you can just go and claim it immediately. If you do not own the episode, you need to go and level up to rank 40 here on the free track, and then you can get it from that. If you want the ornament that I'm using in the gameplay, you need to go all the way to rank 100 in the paid track, and then for the catalyst, you need to get up to rank 145. Now, the catalyst itself isn't all that special, so we'll get into that in a bit, but that's all you need to know in terms of how you can get all the things required for this weapon in terms of catalyst and ornament and just general acquisition of the weapon. Now though, let's talk about the weapon itself. This obviously comes with two unique perks. Its first is Harvester Spike, where this weapon fires a Harvester Spike projectile. Dealing final blows with this weapon creates a single vestige at the target's location, and impaling more powerful combatants with the projectile creates a steady stream of vestiges from the target. Its other trait is then called Vestigial Alchemy, where this weapon gains energy when you pick up vestiges and allows you to create ammo at the projectile impact point for you and your allies. Special ammo mode unlocks at 50% energy, while heavy ammo mode unlocks at 100% energy. To access this, you just hold reload once for the special ammo, and then hold reload again to then go to the heavy ammo mode once you're at the specific energy thresholds. Now, one other tell is that the sights here will actually change color depending on what ammo brick you'll generate. So if you're in the special ammo mode, you'll see that the sights actually go a green color, and then if you hold reload again to go to the heavy ammo mode, they'll go a purple, and in the default firing mode, it's just a clear white color, so that's another tell just to make sure you're in the correct mode. Now, one thing that I worked out whilst gathering footage for this video is that the way that you generate your vestiges will then dictate how much energy those vestiges themselves give. So for example, if you go around and just kill random red bar enemies, it will take 7 vestiges to generate a special ammo brick or to get you up to 50% energy, and then it will take 17 kills or 17 vestiges in order to get all the way up to that 100% energy. But if you go and attach these projectiles to a more tankier target or just a higher difficulty combatant, then it will actually take 5 to 6 vestiges to get up to the special ammo requirements, and then only 12 vestiges in order to get to the heavy ammo requirement there on your energy scale. So this weapon can be quite good if you want to generate heavy ammo in like boss fights. You can attach this to a more tankier target, but if you're using this thing for ad clear, you're going to be taking a lot longer to generate the vestiges needed for specific ammo types. It doesn't say this in the weapon itself, so I don't know if this is a bug. And one other thing to note is that if you want to generate 2 special ammo bricks with 100% energy, you actually cannot do that. If you're at 100% energy and you shoot out any type of ammo brick, it will use all 100% of the energy. I feel like this is also kind of a bug, because I feel like if you get up to 100% energy but want to generate a special ammo brick, it should only take away 50% of your energy, because that's the requirement needed for generating a special ammo brick. But that's just me. Don't know if it's a bug or intended. Maybe Bungie knows about this and are working on a fix. Just thought you guys should know that going into this weapon here. And then for the catalyst, finally, it gives it 1 for all, which I mean is okay for like ad clear purposes. But like I just said, if you're using this thing for ad clear, you're going to be taking a lot longer to generate the specific vestiges needed for generating ammo. And myself personally, I would have preferred this thing to have received an auto-loading holster instead of 1 for all, because when I was using this thing inside of activities like Contest of Elders, I was mainly finding myself looking for a tankier target to then shoot one projectile at to generate me a load of vestiges. Then I would switch to my other weapons to deal with ads, and then I could switch back to my Alethonym and find that I have like 50% energy or 100% energy, and then I could generate ammo for the other weapon types that I was using. And having this thing with auto-loading holster would have just made that process a lot more smoother. I do see why this thing has 1 for all, because doing this allows you to then get a massive boost to your damage on this weapon, allowing you to then deal with enemies more quickly, so then you can go around and just wipe out waves of ads with this thing to then help you generate vestiges more quickly that way. That might be why it takes more vestiges to generate heavy ammo and special ammo when you only get red bar enemy level kills. I have no idea. I would just personally prefer this thing to have autoloading holster in my opinion. Now, overall, is this weapon actually any good? I can see why people would want to use this if you're a fan of grenade launchers and like the fantasy or the feel of using the double special meta. That was a thing a while ago where you would use 2 special ammo weapons. Because this thing is a primary ammo weapon, you are able to kind of use 2 specials in a way because it is a grenade launcher and it does have the power of a special ammo weapon, but obviously with it being a primary ammo weapon, has infinite ammo, so you don't need to worry about ammo all that much. So if you wanted to, you could pair Alethonym with a rocket sidearm, and then have a machine gun or a rocket launcher in your heavy slot, and that would be completely fine because you're able to just generate ammo for both of those other weapon types using Alethonym. Now, myself personally, I don't like using this weapon. I'm not a fan of special ammo grenade launchers in general. Me personally, I would much rather use a rocket sidearm. One in particular that I got recently, Ty Nash's Mastery from Iron Banner, with air trigger and chill clip, is my new favourite weapon in that kinetic slot, so it's going to take a lot to rip that from that slot personally. So Alethonym does kind of fall short there in my opinion, but if you are a fan of grenade launchers, especially the mountaintop style of grenade launchers where they fire in a straight line, this one might be a good pickup for you. And if you like the double special meta, this one is definitely going to be something you're going to want to take advantage of so you're not running into any ammo issues. Now, for my Warlock mains out there, you might be wondering, okay, is this any better than me just using Cenotaph Mask inside of raid encounters where I could just be generating heavy ammo way more consistently? Now, this is just my opinion, but in those types of encounters where heavy ammo is very much needed, so in terms of raids and stuff, I would personally much prefer to use Cenotaph Mask over Alethonym. Now, for those who don't know what Cenotaph Mask actually does, I'll quickly read it here. Its main perk is High Priority, where it steadily reloads a portion of your equipped trace rifle's magazine from reserve, and damaging a vehicle, boss, or champion with a trace rifle marks them as the target. When an ally defeats the marked target, special ammo is created for you, and heavy ammo is created for your allies. So this is a very, very strong way of generating both ammo for your trace rifles and then heavy ammo for your allies. So in terms of raid encounters where there's a whole load of champions or just higher difficulty targets, you can just go around marking stuff with your trace rifle. They'll be generating you special ammo, and then you'll be generating your allies some heavy ammo. So you can pair this with a divinity, which I know hasn't been in the meta recently, but is still a good option nonetheless. Or you can just go in and use microcosm. Although you won't be generating ammo for the microcosm itself, it's still going to be a very good option there for you to use, especially if you pair it with Weld to then get that damage boost. In case you're using this in an encounter like the Crota final boss fight, you're able to just mark some of those higher health bar Night Star on those podiums and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I would rather use Cenotaph Mask and a trace rifle if I want to generate ammo specifically for my teammates. But if you're a hunter and a titan, Alethonym is basically your only way of getting this kind of playstyle on those other classes. So in that case, it would be a very good weapon to use. But for my warlocks out there, I'm probably going to recommend that you stick with your Cenotaph Mask, even though it is very, very ugly and your fashion isn't going to be on point. But in my opinion, it's just much better for that supportive role in generating ammo for your allies. And then the nice thing about Cenotaph Mask is that you do not need to worry about getting enough kills to generate a specific ammo type. You can just go around tagging stuff with trace rifles and then having your allies going and generating any ammo that they need. And yeah, that's my full review here on Alethonym. Overall, it's a decent weapon. I do wish that the catalyst was different. Maybe had some tie-in with stasis there, with it being a stasis weapon. But for an ammo generating machine, it's a pretty decent option. And if you like the mountaintop style of weapons, this one is definitely going to be one that you will enjoy. And yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did find this one helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That's it from me here today. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.